If you're in survival mode, you can't do nothing properly. You're too busy trying to survive. And that's what most of these dusties want y'all to be. So yes, we're supposed to be materialistic. If they don't understand that, they don't have enough money to understand that. You need to move on. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. Men that have money already know women are materialistic. That's just common sense. They're looking for somebody that's not materialistic. They know exactly where to go. All right. Mm-hmm. You want to start an online business, but you have no clue where to start? Okay. Well, then do some research and maybe you'll have a clue, just like I did. I had to do research. Okay. I had to like actually go in and type in stuff in the little search bar and hit, you know, hit the little return button and see what happened. You know, I had to actually type in. Now y'all can voice it in. Y'all don't even have to type no more. You could just push the little microphone and talk. I had to type. We didn't even have spell check back in my day when I had to put stuff up there. I had to make sure it was spelled correctly. Y'all have it too easy now. And the search engines weren't as good as they are now. And we didn't have AI search either. We didn't have Chat GPT or none of that. So y'all don't have no excuse. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I have a list of businesses that I've succeeded in. That's correct. Me. I'm different from you. You're not going to succeed at the same things I will. Do you know how to read tarot cards? I had a tarot card reading business. Okay. Yes. We're not going to succeed at the same things because we're not the same people. You got to find what works for you and go with it. Okay. What? I had a pendulum making business. I had an Etsy store that sold pendulums and jewelry. I have an online spiritual occult shop. Is that going to work for you? You see? Not everything is going to work the same for everybody. Mm-hmm. You do some tarot, girl? I know that's right. Hey, sure, what if he is broke but making me more mature and smart by gravitating by his side? Girl, ain't no broke man can do nothing for you but make you broke. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you're learning from a broke person, you should be learning how to leave and find someone else with more. What are you learning from him, girl? What's he teaching you? How to be a loser? You know, most people will tell you, you are like the 5 people you hang around. You're going to become like the 5 people you hang around. So you better make sure they some decent people with the things that you want in life. If you hang around broke people, you're going to be broke too, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Thank you. You said don't mess with magic. Girl, what am I supposed to, what are you talking about? Don't mess with magic. We are all magic. Your very existence I'm not superstitious. All right, sprinkle, sprinkle. Girl, back in the old days, AI would have been magic. It's just untapped potential that you don't understand on a quantum level. All right? It's not no superstitious stuff. All right, your grandma got hers at 64. Maybe she just didn't take care of her health. She was 64. That's called natural causes, darling. Okay. She said her grandma got hers at 64 because she was messing with magic. Ma'am, she's old. Anyway. What do you think of men that blocks a woman? I think that the woman is doing too much. I think the woman is a pick-me-show. I think the woman needs to have more than one. I think the woman needs to be focused on her life and her other ones. Okay. I think the woman needs to have more options and not be worried about it. What if he's a provider and asks for special pictures? I would not give them anything special as far as pictures are concerned. I would tell him to use his imagination. You know why? Because let me tell you, if you giving him special pictures, how many other men have your special pictures? You know what I mean? It's a test. Please don't pass, or please don't fail the test. Say, no, I don't do those sort of things. Because if that man took you seriously, he wouldn't want you sending out special pics online through the phone to just anybody. Because if you do it for him, you done did it for them. Okay? Learn the lesson, darling. See, some of y'all are so in need of validation, and you let men brainwash you so easily that y'all will go ahead and send them pics. Girl, just tell him, no, I'm sorry, I don't do those sort of things. I have to worry about my future. Is his future more valuable than your future? Exactly. You gonna send him an AI pic? Still, he's not gonna get. When someone tells you to do something, they're literally training you. Send me a pic is a command, a request to receive. No, I don't do those sort of things. I can send you a link to my wish list, though. All right. You said what first date would be acceptable? Anything that ain't free or cheap. There you go. If it ain't cheap and it ain't free, thank you. Is it wrong to take your man on vacay after he been... Girl. Is it wrong to take a grown, able-bodied man on vacation and pay for him after he spoiled you for 2 years? Yeah, that you're going out of order. It's out of order, baby. He's supposed to be continuously spoiling you forever. Okay? Don't be dumb. Because as soon as he starts to see that you can afford to pay for vacations, guess what he's going to be doing? Asking you for more and more and more and more. If you dumb enough to show your hand, you know, don't get mad when you get played. Do you understand? Don't get mad when you get played if you're dumb enough to show your hand. Now, if you want to do something nice for him, you take your car, you drive over to the Dollar Tree, you get a little gift basket, and you start putting things in it from the Dollar Tree. Oh, this is his favorite snack. This is his favorite drink. Oh, here go a pair of socks. Here's a toothbrush, some mouthwash. Oh, here's some deodorant. That's what you do. That's how you spoil a man. You give him a good old Dollar Tree gift basket. It's a thought that counts. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's what you do. Put some lotion in there if he's ashy. Some chapstick too. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You want to do something nice, go ahead and head to the Dollar Tree. All right? He don't know where none of that stuff from. All he sees is this big, beautiful, thoughtful gift basket from his woman. Do you understand? You don't pay for no whole vacation, man, because after that, he's going to be asking you for stuff. And he's going to start doing less for you. Okay? All right. Don't you dare pay for no man's vacation, girl. What? You are too straightforward. I guess that's what we need. That's what you need. Believe me. My ex is back, but he's playing games. What should I do? Charge him to come back. Re-entry fee. You shouldn't let exes back in for free. That's why they're playing games, because you dumb enough to let them back in for free to play the game. Okay? If you had charged him a re-entry fee to come back, you would be playing games and getting paid, or you won't be playing games at all. Do you understand? How much did you charge him to come back to you? How much did he have to pay to get another chance? 0? Well, that's why he's playing games. Because you let him play games. If you want to solve your problem, you need to kick him to the curb one more time. And when he tries to come back, you need to charge him money. Whatever that is. $500, $1,000. Maybe get to the car dealership, have him put a down payment down. Whatever. You need to make him pay so he can stop wasting your time. Do you understand? Do you know why men come back to their exes? Because they can't get none out in the street for free on a regular basis without having to reach into their wallet every time. It should be no different with you. If they're coming back, they need to also be paying. Because if they were trying to get some from some other chick out there, they'd be paying for dates, buying her gifts, all this and that. But why they get to come back to you for free to play more games? That doesn't make sense. So that's why you need to charge them a re-entry fee. So no matter where they go, they got to reach in that pocket. Okay, how do you emotionally attach from the Dusty? Because if you look in your life, at your life 5 years from now, and you on a path with a Dusty, it's not going to be good. That's how you detach right now. You look to your life in 5 years from now with that dust, and you ask yourself, is this where I want to be? And it's going to be no. And then fast forward 10 more years and ask yourself how you going to look, explain it to your kids that their daddy is Dusty. That's how you detach, baby. You look to the future. And you don't see anything you want. And so you backtrack and you leave that dusty path. Okay? That's how. All right. So, how do I look like in the 90s? Girl, I look the same. I look the same. I literally look the same. Probably like, I would say, of course, my lips were a little bit smaller because I had the lip filler. Choose where you want to go. What if he tries to choose what he wants? Well, I like men who are smart. I like men who are leaders. And I like men who take charge of a situation and make good decisions. So if he's smart and he knows how to make a reservation and he's trying to impress me, I'm going to let him do all that. If he don't know where to go because he ain't never been nowhere and he don't know how to impress women, well, he's going to depend on you to help him so that in the future he knows how to make plans and impress another woman. So I tend to like let the men make the plans. If he don't make no plans, then he don't see me. You understand? They got to take initiative. You can't do all the work for them. And if they say, I don't know what to do, if they confess, I don't know what to do, I don't know where to go, plan the most expensive date you can and use their money. All right? Well, guess what? We're going on a helicopter ride then. You know? Then we're going to dinner at this exclusive restaurant where you have to have reservations weeks in advance. Yes. You choose. If they make you choose, you go all out with his money. If he don't know how to plan a date, then then you plan the most expensive one and get them pockets. Sprinkle, it's going to cost them. Okay? Like, okay, give me your credit card number. We're going to plan the date. I need to make reservations and they need the little deposit. There needs to be a deposit for a date? Yes, sir. An impressive date, most of the time, requires a deposit. Yes. Even if you book online for reservations, some places require a deposit to keep your reservation. Okay? That's how you know, girl. That's how you know. What coast do I stay on? What coast do I stay on? I'm Central, baby. I'm Texas. Gulf Coast. The dirty South. All right. What? Texas in the house? Yeah, girl. Provider keeps telling me he loves me. How do I respond? With a Cash App saying how much? Cash App link. How much do you love me? Tell me in numbers and dollars. Okay? Tell me in dollars. Mm. Girl, I can't wait to get back to New Orleans. I'm going to be visiting soon. I got to get all my house stuff together. Man, I love New Orleans. I just walk around all day in the French Quarter with my iced coffee or my drink, my hurricane or whatever I'm drinking. I just be shopping. Bags. Just. And at night I be listening to live music, listen to people try to attempt to sing Beyonce and Tina Turner. It'd be good. Yes. You know, my family is from New Orleans. Not New Orleans, but like Louisiana. Some of them actually lived in New Orleans, but they weren't from there, but they moved there. And then, but yeah, half my family is from Louisiana. So we got family down there as well, but I like to go there every once in a while. I love going down there shopping and eating and going to the bars and the clubs. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Going to the little shops everywhere. Am I Creole? Creole is what? A mix of everything, right? Mm-hmm. Things move too fast with him. How should I act now? So you mean you rolled around on the mattress with him and didn't get no bills paid? Is that what you're telling me? Remember when I tell y'all I'm a financial coach, not a relationship coach? In finances, it's called a long-term investment. That means they gotta invest money for the long term. If there was no initial investment, there's no long-term investment. Okay? I'm telling y'all, long-term investments, they have to earn that. All right? If you gambled and lost, that's not a long-term investment. Do you understand? So, when I tell y'all, you don't get on that mattress until bills is paid off, you got title in hand, you got a good savings account stacked from his money, you don't get on that mattress. They have to earn that. Let me tell you something. You're not going to lose a man that's not doing nothing for you, because what are you losing? Nothing. If they want to roll around on the mattress with somebody, there's pick-me-shas out there that are going to roll around for free. And when they done rolling around for free, they coming right back to you to continue earning your attention. Do you understand? If you're afraid to lose something that you don't even got, that's your problem. So, in the future, long-term investors only. They can go roll around on the mattress with any chick for free, but they will always come back to you and continue to invest. Remember that. All right? The best thing you can do now is start your roster and learn your lesson. Go get another one, and this time make him long-term invest. If the other one comes back around looking for you, charge him a re-entry fee and start the investment process. Okay? Start making them pay for bills. Start making them buy you gifts. Start making them do the most. If you give yourself up for free, that's what people think that you're worth. Okay? All right. Got to make them earn it over a long period of time. And you don't care if they're going to roll around with pygmy. You're not even asking no questions. You're not saying, where you been? Why didn't you call me? You're saying, where's my money? Did you get that gift? Did you get the link I sent you for the wish list? That's what you're asking. You're not asking them, why they didn't call you, where you been? You ain't doing all that, because you know where they been. To pygmy for free. When they come back to you, they're going to have their wallet ready. Why? Because that's your standards. If they like you, if all they want is instant mattress rolling, they know where to go get that. If you're not an instant mattress roller, then what are you doing with him? Think about it like that. It'll make sense. You're not losing something you don't have. If you don't even want that, do you want an instant mattress roller? Do you want a man who just wants to roll you around on the mattress and then dismiss you? Then stop dealing with them. If they're not long-term investing, they got to go. Okay? You're not missing out on anything. Believe me. Okay? You got to think of it like that. Not every man is going to be your future husband. Some men just want to roll around on a mattress. And the sooner you realize that, the faster you can move on. And some of these men will even tell you. They will even say it in their videos. I just want to hit it and quit it. And y'all still be looking at him like, oh, this is future husband. No, it's not. If he doesn't invest long term, he don't get nothing. But the door or the wish list or the PayPal app, he don't get nothing. What if he says he's depressed, then automatically leave? He need to figure that out by himself, girl. Sound like a personal problem to me that I don't want to make my problem. Do you understand? We don't care. It's not our problem. We're not making his problem our problem, now are we? All right. Good. Tell him good luck. Peace out. Stop caring. We don't care. Okay. You said we don't care. Girl, why do we care? Why do we want to make his problem our problem? We don't. So next. Tell him good luck with that. Hope he figures it out. Bye. Okay. Mm-hmm. You said, why would he be dating while depressed? Sounds like manipulation. It is. That's why you just dump him and tell him good luck with that. Most men will never tell you that unless they're trying to get something out of you. I don't care. I don't care enough for you to even want to tell me that. Like, you're going to be able to tell by talking to me that if you tell me that, I'm going to laugh at you or I'm not even going to care. Especially as a grown, able-bodied man. So, men usually know who they can manipulate and who's going to care versus who's not going to care. So they specifically tell different women different things because they already know some women do not care and some care too much. Like, they know better not to tell me no stupid stuff like that because I'd make a joke. Okay, so just depends on how they perceive you and how they think they can manipulate you, because they couldn't do it to me. I'd be laughing at them. Okay, I'd be like, why are you telling me? Or they'd get a Cash App request for $150. What is this? The therapy session has started. You over here trying to trauma dump. $150 an hour. The therapy session has started. You got about 59 more minutes, but you need to pay first. You see, I wouldn't take it seriously, or I take it too seriously and start charging for my therapy session. Either way, I'm not gonna care. You see? Y'all need to stop caring so much. That's how they take advantage of you. All right. You said men pay strippers for therapy, as they should. Somebody need to get paid for it. Okay. He said he isn't going back to therapy. Then get an exorcism out on him, girl. Start throwing holy water on him. Exorcise that dust demon. I don't know. Because all it sounds like is an excuse not to give you no money. That's all I could hear. Oh, you depressed? Which means what? You can't give me no money? I rebuke that. Mama say, mama sa, mama kusa. Come out, dust demon. That's all I hear. If I hear somebody making excuses, I know it's an excuse not to give you my money. So I'm going to exorcise that dust demon, and I'm getting mine. Exorcisms cost more than therapy, so you can charge it for that too. Okay? Yes, it does. So, we're going to have to charge you for a whole exorcism. You said side hustle? Exactly, girl. Get out your holy water and start sprinkling them. Okay. You stuck with Dusty's, but you deserve better. You sure do. And you ain't stuck nowhere. You could leave at any given time. You can multitask and leave at any given time. Mm-hmm. What beauty treatments do you recommend to look better? Girl, all of them. I don't know. The ones that you can afford. I don't know. Honestly, I try to do most of my beauty treatments at home because not everybody, can afford everything, or not everyone has the time to make appointments or wait to do their beauty treatments. But if you're going to do some beauty treatments at home, I suggest you definitely invest in some beauty products, like skincare, of course, um, vitamin supplements, all that kind of good stuff. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times it starts from within your gut health and everything. Okay. So start taking your supplements, take care of your health, blah, 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 blah. Get your beauty accessories and whatnot at home and work on yourself, I have, there's a tool that I have. I was trying to try out another tool, but they won't send it to me for some reason, and I ain't gonna pay for it. But there's one that I've been using that works so good. I mean, like, I'm trying to find it so I can share it with you guys. I got to scroll all the way back to the old days when I first started using this product. It's way back here. Hold on, but I'm gonna link it for y'all. Oh, here it is. That ain't it. Is that it? Oop, that ain't it either. Keep scrolling. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to find it. Dang, it's all the way back here. I've had this for a long time. No wonder I'm seeing results. Okay, hold on. Let me keep scrolling so I can find it. Dang, how long has that been? Okay. Is it out of stock? Hold on. I don't know if they sell it anymore, darling. Ooh. Hold on, I'm scrolling. Dang, all this stuff is out of stock. I guess a lot of people made money. Oh, yeah, it's unavailable. Where'd it go? Okay, anyway. Well, maybe I'll just show them the one that they won't send to me. It's kind of similar. Okay. Well, I had a similar product to, I'm going to add it to the little thing. Okay, so Medicube has like this little device that sends like electrical shocks to your face, and like it pushes also the product in, and you can get all the other tools too, because I have like a bunch of tools I use on my face at night to kind of keep it firm and like going up and all this kind of stuff. And then I take my collagen. So invest in your own beauty products because it's cheaper actually than going to a spa, and that they use the same stuff, y'all. Look, I went to get my like a hydrofacial, and I went to go do my skincare at a spa, and they use some of the same tools or very similar tools that what you can get on TikTok Shop, and you can do yours every night and see faster and more consistent results. You got to put in energy and effort into your looks. Okay, while you over there scrolling online, you could be sculpting your face. Okay, that's what I'll be doing. I'm just sculpting my face, wearing them little chin straps and sculpting my face and hydrating and taking my supplements and doing my beauty self-care while I'm scrolling online or watching TV. You know, gotta multitask. All right. You left your dusty in 2025. Now you're dating 6 men, 3 local and 3 long distance. They all sending me money. I know that's right. Jeronica. Jeronica getting the bag from every direction, near and far. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. That's what I like to hear. Okay, wonderful. Uh-huh. Girl, she said she collecting near, far, wherever you are. Okay. She collecting from every direction. I know that's right. Get your money. Right? In a little touch up. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Powder. It's in the list. Y'all looking. It's a flawless filter powder. And medium number 2 is my color. What are y'all talking about? Wear makeup to the gym? Of course. Why would you go to the gym looking like who did it and why? You guys wear makeup. You don't have to have like a glam look. You just need to have something on your face that makes you look good. Maybe a light, natural looking makeup to make yourself not look like you just rolled out of the bed. But yeah, definitely put it on. Why would you not put it on? What if you meet somebody at the gym and you look over there looking like who did it and why? Put it on, girl. Put it on. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said, what if you're sweating a lot? You're not supposed to go to the gym to actually really work out if you're going to the expensive gym. Do something that don't make you sweat. Actually, let me help y'all out. Let me help y'all out because I got something for you, actually. For you gym ladies, I got something for you. Where is it? Where is it? Okay, so they have a lot of stuff that you can use. This Seal It Makeup sealing spray. Hold on. Sealing makeup sealing spray. That's what you need. It makes your makeup waterproof. Okay. You put your makeup on. I'm gonna pin it. You put your makeup on and you spray your face with this. It feels like there's literally a film over your makeup. It will make it stay in place and it is waterproof. So get this if you're gonna work out. If you sweat a lot, get this and spray it on your face. Do 2 coats before you go work out. Your makeup should stay in place. Even if you sweat, just dab. Don't wipe, just dab, okay? There you go. You get 2 of them. You get a travel size for your gym bag and you get a full size for your house. So you're gonna get 2. It's called Seal It Makeup Spray or setting spray. And it's waterproof. So you can work out in the gym with that. And you can feel it actually when you spray it on, you can feel your makeup get sealed in. So you're gonna get 2 of them. You're gonna get a travel size about this big and then a regular size about this big. So that price is for 2 of them. One for your gym bag and one for your house. And also makes your makeup transfer proof too. If you spray like about 2 or 3 coats, your makeup will be transfer proof. This Seal It Makeup Setting Spray right there. If you're going to the gym with your makeup on, that's what you need to wear. Okay, seal it, like seal. Like your makeup will be sealed. Sealed it. You're gonna love it. I've been using it. I gave it to my daughter. My daughter has oily skin, and her makeup is always coming off. It's all, and when she started using it, it doesn't even come off. Like when she touches her face, it also helps her from like being so oily and the makeup melting off. So if you have that problem, use this as well. Also perfect for vacation. If you're going to the water, you're going to the beach, it's going to seal your makeup in. All right. Click on the little shopping cart. All right. You asked him to give you 15K and he hasn't done it yet. Even we met 4 times after asking. Okay, so you're one of those people that don't understand how to get the money first, I see. If you've seen him 4 times and haven't got nothing out of him, you're being played. You need to stop talking to him and send him a re-entry fee. And then if he doesn't pay it, send him the unblock fee. The re-entry fee should at least be half or more of what you want. And if he doesn't send it, then you need to unblock. You need to block him and send the unblock fee. The unblock fee is what he said he was going to do. 15K is the unblock fee. Do you understand? Because you're over there getting played like an idiot. The only reason he told you that is so you could stay on that phone. Stay talking to him, stay meeting him, and he's got your presence for free. He's gotten clout in public for free. He's gotten public status next to you for free. That's what he did. If you actually like that man, I don't know. But if he told you he was going to do something and he ain't do it, why are you still talking to him? I would send him that re-entry fee and that unblock fee and be done with him until he pays it. Next. Okay. You want 15K? Charge him 15K. If not, move along, man. He ain't doing nothing. You're not losing anything because he ain't give you nothing. Okay. On our second date, he didn't plan anything. We got matcha and I paid for my own. Girl, then that's not a date. That's a setup. All right, sprinkle. How old are y'all? How old is this man taking you to pay for your own matcha? And why did you go on a coffee date? That's your problem. If you know your value, you wouldn't have showed up. You would have stood him up. You wouldn't have showed up. You would have stood him up. You understand? Learn how to stand people up. And they say something stupid. You're like, oh, was that today? Oops. I was on another date. Bye. Especially if you don't plan on seeing them again. Next. This is my Lawless Forget the Filler Plumping Lip Gloss in the color Daisy Pink. And I just have a brown liner on, if y'all are curious. This is in the color Daisy Pink by Lawless. And it's a plumping gloss. It's cooling. So, stop going on coffee dates. That's for cheap people who don't like you and don't want to go nowhere with you and pay no money. Your provider, what? Okay, let me tell y'all something about providers, darling. Providers need to be providing you with money so that you can start a what? Repeat after me. A business, a savings, something that's going to earn you money. And you save enough, you can buy you a little CD or you can put it in an investment account. But if you're with a provider, you need to be using his money, his credit cards, to make yourself paid. I don't know how many times I have to tell y'all this. Y'all just won't listen to this part. As soon as you start getting money from a man, you need to start planning your success. Okay? If you're not doing that, I'm telling you now, that's what you need to do. Because just because they're providing today don't mean they're going to be providing tomorrow. And just because they're nice today, don't mean they're going to be nice tomorrow. So get your money and use it wisely. Okay? You can start by getting some of that money and starting your little online business or stashing it to the side and planning your exit, darling. And in the meantime, you need to put in place your measures for safety, whether it's alerting the authorities or whoever. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. But I always tell y'all, y'all supposed to be making money if he's making money. Period. What professions wouldn't I date? I'm not taking none of them seriously anyway, but I'll take all of their money.
С близкими.
I don't care because I'm not taking you serious to you because it's dating. Now, what kind of man in their profession wouldn't I date seriously? Which one wouldn't I date seriously and consider to be long term? It depends on my position in life. Okay, so let me speak to you from my position. If your position, if you don't have strings over your own life, that means if you're not in control of everything, then you need to be careful who you're dating. Because if they got strings that you can't pull, or you got strings that they can't pull, that's called leverage. So I'm not going to date anyone with leverage over me. How about that? I would never date anyone with leverage over me. Does that sound about right? Because that's just wise. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What if you end up falling in love? Did you end up falling into debt free? Is your debt free? Are you debt free? Because you shouldn't have fell in love if you ain't debt free, baby. Can't fall in love with debt. I'm so sorry. They don't go together, baby. You still paying bills, then you ain't in love. And neither is that man. You still got a car note, then you shouldn't be in love. I have to teach y'all. Okay? What are you in love with? Somebody that will roll around on the mattress with you while you struggle? Is that what you're in love with? A man that will allow you to struggle? A man that will send you out to work 9 months pregnant and expect half the rent? So what you in love with? Okay? Exactly. Y'all be talking about y'all are in love with what? Somebody that doesn't care if you don't want to go to work and be sexually harassed every day? Somebody who doesn't care if you're struggling with bills? No, thank you. That's not love to me. Okay? It ain't love if they're not even trying to impress you enough. Nope. So no, I don't see how you fell in love if you still got debt. Maybe you fell in lust. Maybe you fell in infatuation. He's calling me his woman, but no one. Then correct him. Tell him, call him your friend. Correct them. This is my friend. Okay, if you really want to get evil, call him your associate. Okay? Call him your associate. Oh, this is my associate, whatever his name is. That means, nope. And see, you got to be careful, because when you're out and about, sometimes if you're talking to a man and they want to make you unapproachable after they leave or after they talk to you, they'll try to show you affection in public and they don't even hardly know you. So you have to look weirded out when they do that. Do you understand? Because somebody tried to do that to me. And I looked at him like he was crazy. And everybody could see that. I'd be like, and then I start looking at people making eye contact like, did this fool just try to hug me? I don't know you. You got to react as if it's not normal. That way it backfires, okay? Because some men will try to do that so no man can approach you at the bar or at the restaurant bar. They'll try to hug you and be like, be all stiff like this. Don't hug back. Look crazy. Have your eyes like this. Stay like, be like a statue. And then straighten your clothes up after they leave and have a disgusted look on your face. There you go. That's how you fix that. Don't be hugging me. I don't even like to hug broke people. No. Goodbye. Not broke dusties. Okay? Don't come over me like that. Okay? You probably musty anyway. I don't want your must on me. Okay, anyway. Not broke men, baby, no. I'll hug. If you see me and you know me and you follow me online, I'll hug you. But don't be trying to claim something in front of other people knowing you broke. You can't claim me, baby. I'm unclaimable. Not even with the dusty hug. Oh, hey girl. What? Your husband feels like now that I make more money that we need to adjust the bills. No. Tell him he needs to go make more money than you. If you come up, he got to come up higher. Tell him that. Tell him to go get a second job. Tell him to ask for a raise. Tell him to do something. Okay? Your money is your money. It's none of his business. That's what you need to tell him. Sprinkle. We're not adjusting no bills. If you the provider, stay the provider. If not, next. You want to provide some alimony and child support? Well, then you better keep on providing what you need to provide. Do you understand? Don't adjust no bills for that man. You're going to become Barbara the Builder. Now tell him he got it. There's no need to adjust. And stop telling him that you're making more money. Shh. Why are you telling him everything? Shut up. Get your own account. Listen to me, ladies. I don't care how long you've been married. I don't care what type of relationship you think you got with that man. He's not supposed to know everything. You're not supposed to tell him everything. Because today is nice. Tomorrow might not be so nice. Do you understand? Today you might be all close and holding hands, and tomorrow you might not be. And the information that he has can be used accordingly. So shut up. You don't need to tell him everything. Okay? Remember, the love between man and woman is not unconditional. It is conditional. So be careful what you say. I'll repeat that because some of y'all didn't hear it. The love between man and woman is conditional. So stop telling them stuff as if it's unconditional. Okay? Stop it. You can't tell them everything because their love is conditional and so is yours. All right. Even in the wedding vows, those are conditions. Those aren't vows, those are conditions. They should call them wedding conditions, marriage conditions, because that's what it is. When you go up to the altar, what you're doing is not saying, I'm going to love you unconditionally. You're putting conditions on them right there in the vows. Those are the conditions. Because you're entering into conditional love. That's why there's a contract, and that's why there's a contract to get out of it, because those are the conditions. You are not entering into unconditional love when you marry. Not even when you're in a relationship with the man. That is not unconditional, because if you mess up, if he mess up, those are conditions that are deal breakers, because you're always wheeling and dealing in relationships. It's a game. That's why it's called cheating. That's why it's called deal breakers. That's why it's called conditional. So stop thinking that it's not, when everywhere you look, it is. It's a game with conditions. May the best person win. Some people play for fun. Some people play for funds. Some people play for the love of the game, and some people just play to be playing. No. Some people benefit. Some people lose. Which one you gonna be? Okay? Which one you gonna be? You gonna be the winner or the loser? Because if you end the game, you've played, no matter what. No matter what. No matter if you want to play or not. If you sitting at the table, you playing. You understand? All right. Some people be high rollers, big winners. Some people be leaving the table with nothing. You better make sure you leave with something. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. Is there any therapists and counselors that follow Shera because they try to say this information is bad? Okay, Gabriella, I am a financial coach. I am not a relationship coach. So if you want to play the game and lose in the patriarchy, if you want to play fair in an unfair world, go right ahead. But I already know better. Okay? When you want to learn how to relate to someone who's only after one thing and they're lying to your face, you're not going to get no truth. But if you understand that it is a game and it is a financial game of power as well, then you're going to know how to play it. If I was a relationship therapist, I would get sick of y'all too, and I would start telling y'all the truth too. Your relationships are based on conditions. There you go. And no therapist can say that that is a lie. Okay. If your conditions ain't financial, then what condition are you going to be left in? A horrible condition. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. He said life is a condition. You're going to be left in a good condition or bad condition. You better get this money. Don't come in here thinking that I am a relationship coach. I will tell you straight up, I am not no relationship coach. I am a financial coach. I always tell y'all, if you're going to be dealing with a grown, able-bodied man, it better be financially beneficial. That's what I tell y'all every single day I get up here, don't I? Don't I? There you go. If men don't seek therapy to improve their relationships, but y'all over there sitting around wasting money on therapists to figure out how to deal in a relationship, who's wasting money? Do you think men sign up for therapy so that they can have a better relationship with women in general? No, they don't. Why? Because that's not their goal. They aren't female centered. So maybe you should adjust your goals in life and get money centered so you can get some money. Not male centered, but money centered. And if a male happens to walk in your face and say, "Hi, how are you? You're so beautiful." You're not going to be male centered. You're going to be money centered. You're going to be thinking, okay, well, how can I benefit from this man in my face? Do you understand? All right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. What if a provider stops paying your bills? Talk to the other one. I always say have a backup too. Okay? You got a backup bank account, you got a backup savings, you got insurance. Where's your man? Where's your backup man? Y'all got everything backed up except the other things. They teach y'all to be smart in everything else but relationships. Have a backup man too. That can pay bills. You got insurance, you got a spare tire, you got a backup savings. Where's your backup man? Now, if you're going to a relationship therapist, they're not going to recommend no backup man because they're based in patriarchal relationships. I'm based in financial stability. I'm based in financial intelligence. I know that everything else in life you need a backup on. Why not this one thing? Why, when it comes to women, you can't have a backup man? You can't have a backup man. You can have a backup plan. You can have a backup tire. You can have a backup bank account. You can have a backup savings. You can have insurance. You can have medical insurance. You can have dental insurance. You can have vision insurance. But you can't have no backup man. That don't make no good sense. So I'm about common sense, and I'm a financial coach, not a relationship coach. Okay, I don't dabble and deal in patriarchal relationship standards. I create my own, and if my own are beneficial financially, then so be it. Okay. You said men have backup women? Exactly, girl. You think they finna not have a backup? Better have you a backup too, and a rich backup if you smart. They could be a friend zone. It don't matter. They got money. There you go. And you need to start saving that money that other provider is also giving you. You need a backup plan and a backup man. Okay, both. Why not have them both? Backup plan, backup man. You said, Would I date a bus driver? I wouldn't date anybody that makes less money than me. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Don't make no good sense. Like, what you gonna do for me? I don't believe in taking from the poor. Now, if he can pay all my bills with his bus driving, if he can pay all my bills with his bus driving salary, and that's what he want to do with his life, I'll take it. But that don't mean I'm gonna marry him. If you want to pay his tithes and offerings, that's fine. Mm-hmm. You said, what if you drive a bus for Taylor Swift? We need bus details. Yeah, is he on a tour bus or the metro? Which one is it? Greyhound, metro, tour bus? What kind of bus? Uh-huh. Anyway, let me tell y'all something, ladies. If you date someone that can't do too much for you, it's not going to work out anyway. Because when holidays come around, when vacation time come around, if they can't afford it, it's going to be very awkward, you know? So it's not going to work out anyway. You know, you can put them on a roster as free food Freddy if you want to, but I don't recommend it because it's not going to go nowhere. Okay. See, some men don't realize that all they can do for you is feed you. That's all that they qualify for. And then they turn around and complain is, oh, these women just want free food. No, sir. That's all you can do for women. So we let you feed us because that's all you can do. If we were to say no to your free food invitation, you would be sad. You would be like, I can't get a date. You'd be complaining about that. But since we give you the opportunity to be free food Freddy, because that's all you can be, you should be happy. Okay? Because I see some of these dusties out here because, oh, they wanted free food. Sir, that's all you qualify for. You better be happy. Okay? Your credit card limit don't go past free food. Do you understand? So you better be happy somebody at least eating with your broke, dusty butt. Sprinkle, sprinkle. They be getting mad because they spending all their credit card points and maxing out their card on free food. Sir, go get your money up and stop complaining. Stop dating until you can afford more than food. All right. Somebody got to tell them because they over there crying over food. They over there complaining about food. Excuse me. Then eat by yourself. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said mad at the dinner table. Exactly. The gold diggers just want free food, sir. We like gold. Do you have any? Then shut up and pay that food tab, because at least you're in our presence. At least we gave you a label as free food Freddy, okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. You should be honored to pay for a woman's meal. Because think about this, if that's all you qualify to do for her financially, you should be happy and kissing the ground she walks on for even being seen in public with you in order for you to even pay her food tab. Okay? Because you don't qualify for nothing else. You better be happy. Like they want you for you. They want you and your credit card limit is free food. Don't nobody want that. Like I'm serious. If you're maxing out credit cards on free food because your limit is low, do you really think women are using you when you have nothing to be used for? That's silly. This ain't high school. You said they gonna wake up one day and figure out how dusty they really are. Stop dating women if you can't afford it. If you got to complain about free food, stop dating. Eat at home, play your video game, go to work, save your money. There you go. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Because some of these dudes out here think you owe them something. Women like you are the reason why I raised my son to marry and not have a relationship. Okay, so you raised your son to marry a maid in a laundress, a maid, and a mattress roller. Wonderful. I hope she has a quality of life free outside of housework. I hope that she has a man on the side. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That actually spoils her and gives her the things that she deserves in life. Anyway, hopefully she's watching this channel too. You said what? Why are y'all laughing? That lady just, or I don't know if that was a man or a woman, but they literally just told their son to go marry some free labor so he don't get used. You know, you can still get used in a marriage. That didn't really help nothing. Not in this day and age. Okay. Mm-hmm. You want kids, but your provider doesn't. Then he don't need to be rolling around on the mattress with you. Okay? So every time he attempts to roll around on the mattress with you, say, no, you don't want kids. And there's a small percentage that this could result in a pregnancy. That's what you tell them. Tell I ain't finna roll around with you. You don't want no kids, because accidents do happen and life will find a way, like on Jurassic Park. So, no more rolling around. I guess we celibate. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Unless he want to get on some male birth control. You were cheated on in the past. How do I stop thinking every man cheats now? You don't stop thinking that. You expect it, and you make your wish list. You get your car picked out, and you make sure they pay when you find out that they did cheat. Honestly, your chances of them cheating are higher than the chances of them not cheating. So you might be right. Okay? But you don't have to live in paranoia. You can just be prepared for if it happens. You know what to do, and you're not emotionally attached to the idea that they're not going to do it. So, if you accept the inevitable and don't base your happiness and your well-being on if that man is going to cheat or not, you should be fine. Just have a plan when it happens. Like, okay, well, I'm finna get some gifts. I'm finna go shopping. I'm finna upgrade my vehicle. If he wants to keep me, then I'm gonna do what I want later, which could be leave or collect more. Okay, you got to have a plan in place, and you can't get emotionally attached to the idea that he won't. You understand? Just prepare yourself mentally and have a little checklist in place of a reward for yourself when it happens. You see, some people do that. It's kind of like, if something bad happens, that's why you got that insurance. Okay. So if something bad happens in the relationship, you need to have that checklist, that wish list, what you want him to do in order to get your fake forgiveness. You got to be prepared, baby, on how you going to handle it. That's how women stay emotionally in control of their emotions. They plan ahead. They say, okay, well, if this is going to happen, this is what's going to happen next. You got to have a plan. If they don't want to pay, they can't stay, baby. They gone. Next. All right? We don't care why. We don't care when. We don't care with who. We care if you're going to pay. If not, you can't stay. Goodbye. Because none of that other stuff is going to change the fact that it happened. The only thing that can change how you feel about it is how they try to make up for it. And even if you don't accept it as a true apology, at least you leave with more than you came in with, darling. Okay? You're compensated at least emotionally with, materials. There you go. Mm-hmm. And y'all, look, stop making songs about men. Like this one right here. Safe. My man by making this stallion Cardi B safe. Y'all wouldn't safe and that wasn't your man. You know why? Because they for the streets. They for these streets. So get your money. Always get your money, baby. Don't ever do that. Just get your money. They all for the streets, just get your money. There you go. If they love you and they worship you, they're gonna give you your money anyway. But they're young, they gotta learn their lessons. Everybody learns their lessons and they do better. The next, I bet you they won't do it again. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Bet you they won't do it again. They're gonna be about their money and only their money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How can you deal with females not liking you for no reason? First of all, stop calling them females. That's number one. Second, they're women. Third, you paying too much close attention to them to even realize that they like you or not. Focus on yourself. Okay? Let me tell y'all why y'all shouldn't call women females. Because it reduces them to their genitalia. The same thing that men do. It's a patriarchal term. Woman. Okay? You're welcome. You got to start calling them women, not females. You sound like a Dusty out here. That's what Dusties call women. Do you understand? Do you want to sound dusty? Then you got to change your vocabulary. All right. You notice that we don't call them males? We still try to respect them at least a little bit and call them men, even though they're not acting like one. Do you know? Because we don't value what's in between their legs and we don't reduce men to what's in their leg. We call them providers or dusties. Why? Because we reduce them to their wallets. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Y'all men like dusties, they reduce us to our genitalia and our looks. And so we reduce them to their wallets or their lack thereof money. Okay? Because that's what matters. Like their physical being don't even matter. Okay? We can make one of them. You understand? We can make a whole one of them in 9 months. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Perhaps that's why they reduce us to our genitalia, because we can make a whole one of them. Okay. Should I go with a cute Dusty? I actually like where the rich men, that's boring. Girl, you should go be the dustiest pygmisha you could be and raise a dusty family and continue the cycle of poverty with a smile. You should do, if that's what you want to do. If that's your mission and goal in life, go for it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. You said, what is your opinion in prenups and how to make it beneficial to women? Um, put in there a cheating clause. So if he cheats, he got to pay you this much money. And put in there, after every kid you have, he got to give you this much money. There you go. There's a benefit for you. And if you want, you can put in there monthly direct deposits of a certain amount of money. Okay? There you go. Bet you he won't sign it because he already planned to cheat. You know, a lot of men will marry you and plan to cheat just because they can. They know you fought for that marriage so hard. You fought for that ring. You fought for that proposal. You fought for being chosen. So if they cheat, you ain't finna go nowhere. You ain't even finna ask them for no money. You ain't even finna try to get them to the dealership because you're so desperate for marriage. That's why, another reason why men cheat, because they know how desperate y'all are for marriage. Y'all ain't gonna want to break up the family because he went out and did something after you done begged him for years to put a ring on it, propose, and do all of this crap. And you got married in front of all these people in a venue. That's one thing. Women beg for marriage so hard with zero benefits. Y'all are dumb. That's why they're so easily able to cheat on y'all. Why? Because you sat up there and waited years to get cheated on for no money. That's why. I'm telling you, if I were a man and y'all were sitting over there waiting for a ring, paying half the bills, begging for a proposal, talking about I would cheat on y'all too, because that's desperation. You don't even value yourself as a human being. You know, all you wanted was to claim that you're married. You didn't want nothing else. And so after all that waiting, after all that begging, and you finally get what you want, which is a marriage, you're not gonna end it all because a man goes out and cheats on you. You work too hard for that marriage that you're not even benefiting from. That's why a lot of men cheat, because y'all are too desperate. Stop begging for marriage and you'll see. Just get the money instead, darling. Let them beg for marriage. All over there begging for marriage and getting nothing out of it but a cheater. I better get some money. Mm-hmm. Okay, please get some money and stop trying to get married to somebody that's definitely gonna cheat on you. This is a pantsuit. Yeah. It's almost like pajamas. But it's like more formal. It has like buttons and it's for outside, yes. Mm-hmm. Why don't you make a beauty product? I do. I actually have cosmetic line. I don't really advertise it that much, but I do. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I'm waiting on my daughter when she gets when she graduates high school next year. We're gonna start up like re-advertising and pushing and promoting it, and she's gonna help me with the um, ideas and stuff like that. Yeah, cause the OGs already know. Yeah, been had it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Your ex who hurt you really badly. His mom keeps telling me bad things about how he's doing. I don't know why though, cause she don't like him either, girl. She got to talk trash to him about some, trash about him to somebody, and you would be the one. Some moms don't like their sons either because they turned out dusty. There are more women who don't like their sons because they so dusty. So they need somebody to talk trash to about them. You haven't heard from your sugar daddy in 3 days. He is 50 and married. Okay, so he's with his wife. Wonderful. When you say he's 50 and separated, all I hear is he's 50 and married and lied to you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Girl, he with his wife, girl. Men don't divorce, women do. All right. All right, when he comes back, charge him the re-entry fee. Make sure it's up there so you can go buy you something nice. Okay. What to do if you know your boyfriend can spoil you, but he only splurges on himself or what involves him? You get a sugar daddy. That's what you go do. And you stop claiming that man as your boyfriend. Okay? That's what you do. You stop dealing with somebody who doesn't like you enough to give you what you want. You stop dealing with someone who thinks they're the prize in the relationship. You stop dealing with someone that doesn't value you like you value yourself. You understand? That's what you do. You go get somebody that's going to spoil you. We don't need that in our lives. Now, think about this. If you marry that man and y'all have kids and your kids watch how he treats himself versus how he treats their mother, what do you think those kids are going to grow up to do? Exactly. So stop dealing with them dudes that only love themselves and no one else. Now, they're not seeing you as the prize, darling. They don't like you times 10. Okay? Next. On to the next, okay? Leave him alone. He don't like you. It's not going to work out. You're just going to look stupid in the end, okay? Save yourself some time. Because listen. If he's not spoiling you the same way he's spoiling himself, you don't need to be there. Or better, you need to go find somebody who will spoil you. You can do it at the same time. You can have a side piece that spoils you. He ain't got to know. He could think you're spoiling yourself when it's a whole other man doing it. Do you understand? So, chop chop. Mm-hmm. You just left your boyfriend who spoiled you as much as he could, but it wasn't enough. Okay, yeah, he's probably too young. Women that want more, they need to deal with men who have more, and usually that's older men. How to make a married man spend without sleeping with him? Make sure he likes you times 10. Stroke his ego and make him pay. Make him spend. Act like you're used to being spent on. Act like it's the norm. Be like, so when you're taking me shopping, I can't wait. Act like it's the norm. If he want to see you again, he know he got to show up to take you shopping. You see? Even though he thinks he might get to roll around on the mattress in the future, he doesn't know for sure. But he's going to risk taking you shopping just in case he might get a little mattress roll. You don't know. He might not get it. He might get it. He might not. If you don't plan on giving it, he ain't getting it. But he doesn't know that. All he knows is he's taking you shopping in hopes to get it. Do you understand? He might not ever get it. He can get it at home with his wife. You understand? Mm-hmm. All right. Mm-hmm. He can go home and roll around on the mattress with her if he can't get none from you. But make sure he spend it on you. Mm-hmm. This guy tells you that he will take you out and never does. He always excuse for ghosts. Ask him if he's in a wheelchair. If you met him online, say, "Are you in a wheelchair?" He'll be like, "What? What do you mean?" "Well, you always talking about taking me out as if it's a dream or a wish." You stuck at home somewhere? Tell him you'll roll his wheelchair around and get the good parking. See what he say. He's probably married or he's broke, girl. Your husband always talks with other women. What should you do? Talk with other men that have more money than him. All right? Because I'm telling you, 90% of the men in the bar trying to pick up women are married. You should definitely be talking to other men. Just in case. Mm-hmm. Just in case, baby. He said they were divorced. I don't care what he said. Is it true? Some men will lie to your face. Actually, most men will lie to your face. It doesn't matter. Can you get their money? Okay. Here's the point, ladies. It doesn't matter if they're divorced, separated, or married. It matters if they're giving you direct deposits. Do you understand? Listen to what I'm telling you. Their status doesn't matter. If they're providing, that matters. Because how do you know and how do they know that you even want their hand in marriage? Perhaps you just want their money. And it doesn't matter their status. Okay? Y'all sitting over here talking about he's married, he's separated, he's divorced. Is he a provider? Then that's all that matters. Get his money. Keep your options open. Do you understand? We don't care about his status. Is he paying you money? Is he providing for you? Is he paying them bills? That's all you need to know. Why? Because you're not seeking his hand in marriage. That's why. If he's seeking yours, then he's going to be able to seek it because he will be single and able to seek your hand in marriage. You understand? It's supposed to be that way anyway. You're not supposed to be seeking his hand in marriage. That's why it doesn't matter if he's married, separated, or divorced, because he's supposed to be seeking your hand in marriage. And if he's not seeking your hand in marriage, then you need to be seeking, definitely, even if he is, you need to be seeking his money. Why? Because either way, you're going to benefit from the situation. Are you understanding that? His status doesn't matter. If he's not seeking your hand in marriage, then he need to be seeking your bank account to deposit up in it. Do you understand? There you go. You need to be paying bills, whether he's married, divorced, or separated, or single. You still need to be paying bills. None of that matters. Okay? Y'all over there hoping and wishing some man is going to propose to you and you're not even getting no money. Better get their money. You said he provides financially, but he is mean. Then be mean too. Snatch it out of his hand. Tell him, and he better not be late on the next payment. Mm-hmm. Get his money. You said your eyes are black onyx, and that is so rare. That's because I'm a hybrid alien. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. You said you love it. He's married, but he sent you money without asking for anything but messages so far. Good. Get his money, girl. Save it, invest it, or spend it, whatever you need to do. Continue to get money. Your date has offered you trips whenever you want. Tell them to book it. Say, I want it in 5 years from now. I want it in 2 months from now. Let's book it now in advance. Screenshots of the itinerary and the number and the confirmation, baby. That's how. You know, you can buy a future vacation now, right? You could do that today. Mm-hmm. Make sure it's paid in full, not partial payment either. Mm-hmm. You said my tips only work for me because I have a nice face card. Well, get to working on your face, girl. Get your facial products, get your makeup, learn how to contour, suck in them cheekbones, draw them eyebrows in, pluck them eyebrows. Okay? Learn how to use concealer, highlight. Okay? Them drag queens be out there transforming themselves, and their face card look better than mine. After, maybe not before, but definitely after. If they can do all that with a jawbone and a beard, what can you do? You understand? Get to work. Learn how to do your makeup. Get you a wig. Okay? They got beauty supply stores on every corner. Makeup everywhere. Learn how to use it. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. You need to watch RuPaul's Drag Race and get you some good old tips. Okay? You only look like that because you choose to. You could get artistic with it. Look, if I did not have, as you call, a good face card, I would make one. I would be on RuPaul's Drag Race, pausing it when they're doing their makeup. I'm like, okay, how do they do that? Okay, white powder, paint your whole face wet. What is that they're using? I need to get some. All right? I'll be like, why are they painting those lines everywhere? Because that's what make them look good. I'm going to start painting lines everywhere. You understand? I'm going to make it work. If that's what I want. I'm going to get it. What? What if men don't approach you because you're objectively too pretty? You gotta fake a fault. You gotta fake trip. Don't fall though. You gotta do something embarrassing. Because people that see you and put you on a pedestal for your beauty so high, they want to know that you're still a human being and that you're able to laugh at yourself. And they'll most likely approach if you have like a weird snort laugh or if you're kind of clumsy. They'll come right over to you because now they realize, oh, she's just human. Oh, she's not perfect. She might look perfect, but she's not perfect. Girl, she spilled her drink. She almost tripped. She has a snort laugh. Then they'll be more comfortable. So you have to make up a fake flaw about yourself. Okay? And you can't and you need to say, oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. Like I'm so cute that I have to embarrass myself so you have the confidence to come walk over to me, basically. Okay? That's all you gotta do. Then they'll be right over. Okay. That's easier. Tips for ending it after you extract money and you're done with them. Tell them you want to get married. Start picking out your wedding dress. They'll leave you alone quick. Start being a pick-me-shoe. That's it. Start looking at wedding pictures, wedding magazines. What do you think of this dress? Oh, they'll be gone real quick. Okay? Just start looking at wedding dresses. You want to get them out of there quick? Start talking about marriage. If that don't work, if they're interested in the marriage, start talking about expensive marriage. They'll be gone. It said when guys think they can't afford you anymore, it hurts their ego, and then they go. Yep. Start asking them for a lot of money, or start talking about marriage, and they'll leave on their own. He caught me talking to other people, but I know he cheats too. Well, then y'all can't be mad at each other. What to reply with? What do you bring to the table? You reply with goodbye, because that's a dusty question. It's like, oh, you know what? Only Dusties ask those questions. I mean, what do you need a woman to bring to a table? I thought you were supposed to be a man. I bring nothing to the table. If you need me to bring something to the table, then you're not going to be my man. I'm going to tell him you're going to bring another man to the table that don't need you to bring anything to the table. Ask him if he needs some help from a man. Men that ask what you bring to the table are dusty. Well, what do you bring to the table? You shouldn't need nothing from me, sir. If you do, then get out of my face, because I definitely don't want you if you need something from me. Goodbye. I don't want a man that needs something from me. Do you understand? Get out of here. Dismiss them quickly. If you answer the question, you're a pick-me-shoe. If you answer the question with a list of all your domestic skills, you're a pick-me-shoe. I cook, I clean, I do this, I do that. Okay, pick-me-shoe. For free? You do that for free? You dumb. Go ahead and list off your domestic skills to a man who can't even afford to pay all the bills. Go ahead. Look stupid. A man that asks you that question is a dusty man. No. Next. You in the wrong side of town. Rich men really don't ask that question to women. Only broke men do. Only Dusties do, girl. You don't ever. I've never been asked that question by a man with money. I promise you. Only broke Dusties ask you that question when they think you got a good job or some good domestic skills for them to exploit for free. Okay, so we're not answering that dumb question. I have a whole book on Amazon called I Bring Nothing to the Table. When a Dusty asks you that dumb question, it's time for him to go. Okay. The question, what do you bring to the table? It's a Dusty question. Well, what do you bring to the table? I don't know, sir. Another man that doesn't need me to bring anything to the table? You broke up with a rich cheater? What do you do now? Go find another cheater that's going to give you some money. Okay? Because they all going to cheat. You better go find one with money. Replace them with another rich cheater. I don't know. Just what you going to do anyway. Not no broke cheater, though. Don't replace them with nothing broke. Go replace it with a rich new cheater, okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Don't go backwards to broke cheaters. Only go forward to richer cheaters, okay? There you go. You said home wreckers? You mean the men who wreck their own home? Yeah, those are the real home wreckers. The men who wreck their own home, darling. Because a man chooses to wreck his own home. He's going to go out in the bar and lie to every woman out there and wreck his own home. So y'all need to stop blaming the women. Like, some of y'all are so patriarchal that y'all don't even realize it. If a man leaves his house with the intent to talk to other women and to cheat or whatever, then he's the home wrecker. Y'all got to realize that. A lot of you wives out there blame the woman because you don't want to hold your husband accountable. You better hold that man accountable. Y'all worse than a pygmy, not holding them accountable. You better get him to the dealership or something, girl. You find out, you better not, oh, woe is me. You better, oh, whoa, I'm finna have a new car. You better get paid off of it, girl. You better teach him a lesson financially. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You shouldn't blame the woman. You should blame your man, and you should charge him for what he's done. You need to benefit off of his shortcomings. Okay? It ain't the woman's fault. She's just sitting there minding her business. It's your man's fault for wrecking his own home with the intent when he left that home to go talk to other women. So he needs to pay. All right? Stop trying to blame the other women. Blame your man. He's sitting right there in your face every day lying to you. So, get his money. And remember, if you don't spend his money, another woman will. If you don't spend his money, he's going to go spend it on some other chick. So you better spend up all his money. And when he mess up, you better make him pay. And stop blaming women for everything. Okay, he the one that took vows. He's the home wrecker. Okay, he decided to wreck his own home. But why she go after married men? How do you know she's going after married men? Maybe married men are lying, or married men are going after women. 90% of the men that are out looking for women are married. You go to a bar, a restaurant bar, 90% of the men are married that will walk up to you. 90%. So all of those men are home wreckers because they're attempting to have some outside chick from their marriage if possible. All right. You say your husband is one of them? Well, I hope you're collecting money from him. Okay. Get his money, girl. Either way, the man should be getting gotten for his wallet from either side. The one he's cheating with and the one he's cheating on. Y'all both need to be getting his pockets. Period. All right. It is 2026. We ain't blaming the woman no more. That's old school. That's dumb, and it's pick me shit. The man took the vows. He's to blame. Let's get this money from both sides. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. Say if you're doing it right, they shouldn't be able to afford to cheat. Exactly. You out there paying half the bills, being Barbara the Builder, they got enough money to go cheat and do everything else. Spend his money up. Get you some house projects. Do some remodeling. Upgrade your vehicle. He can't afford to cheat if you're spending his money. Mm-hmm. It's be expensive. That's right. What he gonna do? Look at his wallet and be like, I can't afford to go out tonight. Exactly. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You say he's inviting me to his place. How can I ask him for money? I'm not going over no man's place. That's crazy. If you go over that man's place, he will never give you money. Okay? If you're a DoorDash, Uber Eats for some man, he ain't never give you no money. He got to invest in you. He got to give you money first before you even know where he lives and get to his house. Ever. He's got to invest long term. So you need to tell him you're not that type of woman. Oh, I really want to get to know you better first. Maybe we should go out a few more times, do something fun, da 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 da. Also, I'm saving up for this and I'm saving up for that and I'm taking care of Aunt Ethel and I'm trying to do this and I'm trying to do that. If he really likes you and he wants you to be in his future, he's going to want to make your life easier. He's not going to want to try to get you to his house to roll on a mattress and then send you on your way with no benefits, no investments, no nothing, no phone call. You understand? Stay away from men's house unless you want to get ghosted quick. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. They must invest. You're not a mattress roller, darling. That's what he's going to treat you like if you go on over there. You ain't going to get nothing out of it. Okay? Make him invest. He can call up any pick-me-sha out there to come to his house. You're not one of them. Okay? Play the long game and have a roster. It's easy to play the long game when you got a roster because you got other men doing other things for you at the same time. So you can have more patience with one of them. And you can make that other one wait and invest. And if he don't like you, if he's just looking for a 30-minute mattress roller, they got websites for that. Okay? Why is he mistaking you for one of them? You got to understand. Men only want one thing from you. Either they're going to investigate it or they're going to try to get it for free quick. Which one you going to let them do? It's up to you. You going to be dumb enough to let them get it quick for free, or you going to make them invest long term and try to attempt to prove himself worthy to even think about that he might get it and he still might not? Which one you going to do? If you're the type of woman that's gonna give it away quick and free, don't be mad when that's what they treat you like. Okay? Because either way, they gonna be mad. Either way, but one way at least they're gonna still invest it towards it. Right? They're gonna be investing towards you, even though they mad that they can't get none at the end of the night. They just gonna go call up Pick Misha, invite her over at 11:30. She gonna go roll around for free, and he'll be right back talking to you the next day, talking about, well, where do you want to go? Still paying, still investing. Okay, so don't be a quick mattress roller. You're gonna get rolled right out the door. Mm-hmm. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Anyway, what are y'all talking about? How many times would you give a guy a chance to see you? I'm gonna give him 2 times, and it better be something impressive. It's understandable if something comes up, but he already know that he got 1 strike against him. How does a man act when he already got 1 strike against him? He got to make up for it with a grand gesture, and he got to come through. If he cancels plans again or don't do nothing, he don't respect you, he don't like you, he don't respect your time. It's time to go. Then you set up the unblock fee or the re-entry fee after that. They try to come back a 3rd time, they got to pay to waste your time. That's it. Okay? Mm-hmm. You said you ghosted him because he's addicted to dating apps. Okay? Most men are. That's why you shouldn't meet them online. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How can you drop hints as a shy person to make him pursue me? Smile and look him in the eye. That's the only hint you need. If he don't pursue you, because he don't want to. You did this more for him. The worse he got, the less I did, the better he treats me. Why is that? Because men think women are stupid who are too nice. And I did a whole video on YouTube about this. Men think women are stupid who are too nice to them. Because first of all, they know they didn't do nothing to deserve you to be like that. They didn't do anything to deserve for you to be no Pick Misha over them. And they think something is wrong with you because you're trying too hard. And so they start looking for all the things that are wrong with you. Because why are you doing this? You're supposed to be the prize woman. Why are you trying so hard? Why are you being such a Pick Misha? Is there something that I don't know about you? Why are you so desperate? Men think you're stupid when you're too nice. Because they know they don't deserve it. They know they're supposed to earn you. That's why. And they figure if you're nice to them, you're nice to everybody, including other men. Too nice. And that you're easily tricked, taken advantage of, and stupid. And why would they want to procreate with that? That's why. So that's why you got to be mean and not too nice, okay? Because they don't respect that. They'll exploit it and they'll use it, but they're not going to respect it or stick around, okay? So no, you can't be too nice, girl. You said you're only nice to women and children. That's right. You only be nice to people that deserve it. You said you learned the hard way. I know if you're a naturally nice person, choose who you're going to be nice to, and then choose who you don't need to be nice to. Okay? You can't be nice to men these days, darling. You can be kind, you can be polite, you can be cordial. That's it. But nice, no. When you're kind, that means you're saying what you need to say and you're having standards and boundaries, but you're saying it in a kind way. You still have the same boundaries. When you're polite, you still say what you need to say with manners. But you don't bend your standards. You don't people please. You understand? Because nice means stupid. He provides, spoils you, gives you money, but he is so conservative and strict. How to deal with him? Just pretend like you're conservative too when you're around him, and then when you ain't around him, be who you want to be. Okay, learn how to act. I used to work in the funeral business. When I was at the funerals, I couldn't act like my real self. I had to be conservative and strict too. All right? Don't look at him as if, don't look at that man as your future husband. Just get his money. Okay? If you got to be conservative and stiff around him to get his money, well, then do so. That don't mean that's your future man. Why do y'all think everybody is your future man? That's your man that you're getting the money from right now. Maybe you start a business and meet somebody that's not so conservative and strict later on down the line with money too. Stop putting all your eggs in one basket and you won't care. See what I'm saying? You won't care if he's conservative and strict because you know he's not going to be around too much longer after you done collect what you need. All right? Especially if you got another one on the roster that's fun and got money. All right? Stop putting all your eggs in one basket. You really won't care. Okay? Yo, man, the guy that you just started dating sends you money without you even asking, husband material. I don't know, girl. We got to look at his credit score. We got to see what type of job he has. We got to see what type of career he has. We got to see how old he is. We got to see a lot of stuff before we deem him husband material. Just because they're giving you money, you don't know where that money coming from. You don't know if it's going to keep coming. You don't know if he has a career. You don't know if he, you got to know way more about a man before you can claim him as husband material. And that's what y'all need to stop doing.